All right, welcome back to another edition of the Pack 9 show. We are recapping week 17, and we are going to start this crazy recap with the Niners versus the Raiders. Niners pull it out 37 to 34 in
Let's
overtime against
go.
the Raiders. And man, this is just a fun game. Honestly, I was watching the Packers game during this, so I didn't really catch all of it, but um uh Vegas was keeping it close the whole time. They were leading at halftime. And then by the end of the game, honestly, man, so they were at first and goal at the SF1 because of a defensive pass interference call, right?
Oh
And
yeah.
there was 1 minute 11 seconds in the game. All they needed to do was get a touchdown to tie it up, and they did. But that left you guys with a whole minute plus to get back down the field and get a field goal. And lucky for them, I guess that you guys missed that field goal. But I just thought, wow, they had 1 minute left. They had all four downs left in play, and they are on the 1 yard line. Why not just maybe even kneel it, take a timeout or two, and to stop the clock when you need to, but then just go in and get that touchdown and send it to overtime. I thought that was kind of a missed opportunity, but yeah, then the second overtime starts. They throw an interception right away, and you guys just get the field goal. Game over.
Yeah, the that interception it got tipped and it was just easy. As soon as you saw it get tipped, you knew it was intercepted and you knew as long as everything goes well that was going to be game right there. I think overall, like I said in our preview of last week, Devontae Adams just always destroys the Niners and
He had such an amazing catch too.
he
Oh
had
my
two.
god.
He had
I,
two that were
yeah, yeah.
insane. One of them, I don't think that one should have been a catch, but I mean, whatever. Who knows what a catch is?
Are you talking about the one where you like laid out for it and kind of had to tuck it back in?
Yeah,
I thought it was a catch, but because I didn't really see, I feel like the cameras kind of ruined it on that one. Like it was really hard to see the angle,
yeah,
like if the ball was moving or not. But yeah,
yeah,
Devontae Adams, 7 receptions, 153 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
yeah. He ate it up, and he had a really cool touchdown at the end of the first half. So then they were up by three, I think, at the half,
Hmm.
and and then they scored another touchdown, and then the stat came on that the Raiders have lost like a bunch of games when they're up by 10. So I was like, oh, perfect. That's exactly where we are right now, and it kind of just ended up playing out that way. Um, yeah,
Yeah, I don't know what the heck your defense was doing to allow 34 points. That's in regulation. That's pretty
yeah,
nuts,
it
though.
was tough. It was Josh Jacobs was destroying, and I think Nick Bosa said that was he's one of the best running backs he's played against.
It really is.
And
Yeah.
it's just Josh Jacobs was having a great day. Devontae Adams. So it's like they were running the ball well. They were passing the ball well. And we couldn't really get a stop. Fortunately, McCaffrey was also going off. And Ayuk at the end really stepped up and was clutch in the fourth quarter and overtime. Hopefully saved my fantasy team. But
Yeah,
yeah,
man. And
so...
let's give it up to Jarrett Stidham, too. Man.
Yeah, he played very
Oh,
well.
my goodness. 365, 3 touchdowns, no sacks. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, it was interesting because Nick Bosa really didn't get too many pressures. It was very odd. Their offensive line did a great job of negating our pass rush. And so it's just like when you have all that going, no wonder the Niners couldn't get anything. That's like our bread and butter, the pass rush.
Yeah, no kidding. Nick Bosa only finished 1 tackle, but he did get 5 quarterback hits.
Yeah,
But none
yeah.
of them for a sack. So,
Yeah, so it's so maybe there's a formula there to beat the Niners, but fortunately we were able to pull one away out of Vegas. And now all of a sudden the Niners are potentially they could get the number 1 seed, and so we'll see how other things play out, but I think the Niners ultimately needed a game like this. We've had some close games, but having it go to overtime I think
Yeah.
this is gonna be a good experience. You
That's a
get
good point. It's a good wake up call to have the Raiders knocking on your door, like drop 34 on you
Yeah,
too.
exactly. Because
You
it's
know?
like, since the bye week for the Niners, they've won 9 in a row. So it's just like, some of them have been closer than others. Some of them have been blowouts. This one was definitely one, I think, to kind of, yeah, give us a wake up call. And hopefully the defense will be able to prevent some stuff like that. But we'll see how it goes. Yeah, while that game was going on, though, the Packers were going. I was watching that a little bit, man, and just right away, it was just like, wow, well, looks like the Packers are going to win this one.
Yeah,
And they
man,
just kept scoring.
27-3 at halftime. But that was the problem too, man. Like any other team, 27-3 at halftime, it's like, okay, you can write this one off. But the Vikings come back from that kind of deficit all the time.
Right.
So I couldn't even just like sit and be okay with it. Um, until we just started really laying it on the fourth quarter, and it was like, okay, there's just straight not enough time. And really, man, it was such a weird beginning of the game too, right? Because it was 7-3, and there was only 12 yards of total offense, right?
Wow.
We blocked they blocked our well, we held them to a 3-and-out, and then we got a block punt that went backwards, and they ended up on the 1 yard line, and we held them. It was insane. We held them at the 1 yard line. They only ended up with three
Yeah, that
points.
defense is looking pretty nice, honestly.
And then immediately Keyshawn Nixon, my boy, answers back with a
Yeah.
105-yard kick return touchdown. First time that happened for us since 2003. And we ended up getting an interception, a pick six as well. And the last time that the Packers had both those things happen in a game was 1964.
Oh,
This
wow.
was absolutely like just unheard of for recent Packer fans like myself, and it was just an amazing, really fun game to watch. Really put some air under our wings going into the Detroit game next week. Yeah, it was the best. Being up 41-3, that's never happened for us before.
Yeah, and it was great. It's against the Vikings, especially for a
Yeah,
Niners fan. But Jair Alexander was talking some trash during the week, and he really stepped it up, even grittying on him.
I know.
I was
I
like,
know.
dang,
And
that's
that
funny.
was pretty skeptical too. That was like the one for me that I was like, that was probably pass interference. But I'm not, but I don't think that one play would have mattered much also in the grand scheme of these
Yeah,
things, because we really just we had freaking Cousins' number, man. He just didn't know what to do.
yeah,
It was wild. He
yeah,
threw
he,
three interceptions, but really, I think that a lot of it had to do with their center. They were on like their fourth string center, and he literally
uh,
just kept hiking the ball at wrong times. There was a time where it just hit Kirk right in the hands, or right in the chest when he was looking away, and then Dalvin Cook had to come in, scoop up the ball, and get it back so they didn't lose the fumble, right? And that just happened for them over and over again in this game. These miscues.
yeah, and it's not a good time for Minnesota fans right now because they've been in all these close games, and then they lose this one like this. That was bad. Like, that was really bad. And now they potentially lost the 2 seed and might drop down to the
Hmm.
3 seed, and we'll end up seeing what happens with them. On the other side, though, the Packers now, they're in control of their destiny. They win, and they're in. And so
Yep.
I think, and like I was saying for weeks, you could check the VODs. The Packers, one of the hottest teams. I do not want to play the Packers. I don't want to play the Lions either. So hopefully the Niners will be able to
Mhm.
get the 1 seed. We'll end up seeing here.
Yeah, I don't
Um,
want to play the Niners, so I'm kind of hoping you guys get the 1-seed too. I'd
yeah,
much rather go against an injured Jalen Hurts in
yeah,
the wild card round. Yeah.
yeah. So man, I can't. This week is gonna be very, very fun to watch some good football. Um, let's talk about the fan bases. Who do you got here that's feeling like the happiest fan base?
Oh, you already know, GB baby. We're definitely the happiest fan base after last week. That was such an amazing game. I'm still riding high on it. I'm not going to forget about that for a while. And next year, when we come in and have to play the Vikings, it's just going to be replays of this over and over again. It's going to be awesome.
Oh man, yeah, I bet that feels nice to win that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for my happiest fan base. I'm gonna go with the Detroit Lions, who now, yeah, they beat the Bears pretty bad. I didn't think it was gonna be that bad, but the Lions now all
Bears
of
are
a
tanking.
sudden,
Bears are tanking.
yeah, the Lions all of a sudden now they're sniffing the playoffs, and I think they're hungry, and I think they want it, and even if Seattle ends up winning, I think they're just gonna play. They're gonna play their hearts out against Green Bay, and so I think that's
Yeah.
definitely something for them to be happy for. I can't remember the last time they were in the playoffs was like 2013 or something. That's almost 10 years ago. So
Yeah, we'll obviously get to it more in the preview match because we're playing them in this next week. But yeah, they definitely. I mean, they're stretched down the end here. Definitely has made them more of a. I mean, I would rather face the Vikings than the Lions at this point in the year. You know.
yeah.
Yeah. And who you got for your saddest?
Saddest, I'm going with the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah.
They were the hottest team in the beginning of the season. They were like the new shiny car, and now all of a sudden that thing is run to the ground. It's beat up. There's a lot of things going on with the Dolphins, and they actually might miss the playoffs surprisingly. And so we'll see what ends up happening. I would not want to be a Dolphins fan right now. They were so happy in the beginning of the season, and now they're, I don't even know. Well, at least they got good weather.
No, it was weird, man, because the way that I'm pretty sure this is how it went. That they went lose, 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 win, win, win. No. It might have been the other way. Win, 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 lose, lose, lose. Win, 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 win. Lose, 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 lose,
Oh
lose.
wow, that is. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
looking at it right now. Wow, that's crazy.
isn't that crazy?
They're so
Yeah,
symmetrical.
I know. So all even as all things should be in the Dolphins. But seriously,
So then they're probably gonna tie this week then. No.
oh my god, could you imagine too? Oh my gosh. Well, for my status, I got the Jets. I got another AFC team with the Jets, who are now
Mm,
eliminated. I think Zach Wilson now, of course, that day has passed. They're not going to have him next
yeah.
season. They probably won't have Joe Flacco next season. And I think Mike White could be a really good backup for him, but they're a little lost right now. I don't
hmm
understand the identity of this team moving forward, and you know, I like it would have been good for that fan base to have some like improvement over last year by getting into the playoffs and showing that this team can get there too. But yeah, they're a little lost right now, and I'm not really sure what's going to need to happen for them to make it back to that potential spot next year. Because
Yeah.
the
They.
Bills and the Dolphins are only going to get better, you know, and the Patriots defense still just continues to win them games. So
hmm
yeah.
Yeah. The Jets. You know they have a good defense. They had Brees Hall, the stud rookie who got injured. James Robinson. They have some pieces there. They'll need to get a quarterback. They'll probably be in the sweepstakes for Jimmy G or Derek Carr. Or they're gonna be in there for someone. Maybe
Yeah, I
even.
don't think they're not going to have a low enough draft pick to like use the first on it. So
Yeah, so and I was just thinking this right now. Think how crazy in the beginning of the season if we would have thought that the Patriots have the best shot of making the playoffs of the teams in that division besides the Bills. Like
yeah,
that's not what I thought the Patriots were gonna lose so many games, but all of a sudden they could be in ahead
give
of
it
the
up to Bill
Dolphins.
Belichick, man.
Yeah, can't argue with him.
Go, coach. All right, well, we'll put a pin on it there. Thanks again for listening to the Pack Nine Show. Be sure to watch our other shows and leave a comment saying if we got it right, we got it wrong. If you want to say, hey, let's go Green Bay, then I would appreciate that. So yeah, and yeah, we'll stick around and keep you updated on the news for Week 18. Bye.